All right, y'all. We are live for now. We're gonna take this a little bit more. Get situated here, y'all. There we go. We're trying to Anthony J all day idea for being able to keep my camera going here. I have a camera, a phone. Jeez, I'll spit it out in a minute. I will have a hat over it, blocking it from the sun, and I've got a wet rag wrapped around it. And I had to change plans up. I was not intending to, well, I didn't know if I'd fish today. I can't say I wasn't intending. I brought the poles. Wasn't sure if I'd be able to, and I thought, well, if I'm able to, I'll go by the bait shop and get some bait because I was away from the house all day. Their bait wouldn't have lasted in my truck. Well, here in Clarksville, Tennessee, guess what? The bait shops are closed on Monday. So, trying to decide what I can do for bait. Ribeye steak, a delicacy from the Dollar Tree, y'all. Dollar Tree ribeye. I went around to different stores looking to see what I could find for bait. And the only place I could find that had any meat down here by the river was the Dollar Tree. So let me get these poles. First, let me get this bait cut up, poles baited up, and we'll throw out there. And then I also have a bluegill pole. I'll put a little dab of this bait on. This is a steak. And if we can catch a bluegill, we'll cut some bluegill up for bait. Steak is like rubber. There's one piece of steak. Come on, steak, come on. Well, it looks like some good steak. Good ribeye steak from the Dollar Tree. Woo! You know, it'd be good if we cooked it up. Be about like shoe leather, probably. If anybody's in here, I'll catch up with y'all here in just a little bit. Damn, quit that. I guess it up here. Good Lord, it's hot out here today. I gotta be a fool to be out here trying to fish. This freaking 95-degree weather. I'm thinking the fish is gonna bite on top of all that, but you never know. Never ever know. There's one baited up. Guess I can show y'all. Quit spinning around. There we go, Dollar Tree steak. That's the good stuff, y'all. That's when you know you made it, when you're eating Dollar Tree steak. I don't know, stuff might be good. I can't imagine it's very good, but you never know. Let me see here. How much is this thing weigh? 5.5 ounces. So a pound is what? 16 ounces. Half a pound's going to be 8. So it's a little more than a quarter of a pound. It was $3 for a steak at the Dollar Tree. 36. Now that's like $12 a pound. That's like regular store price for ribeye, or close to it, I would imagine. So it ought to be, I'm sure it's no good, but it ought to be at that price. I can't imagine it would be very good. I don't know how well this stuff's going to stay on the hook either. There she be right there. Dollar Tree steak. That's the good stuff. Now let's see if I can cast out without catching a tree or birds nesting or both. I'll rearrange that camera here in a minute, y'all. As soon as I get where I can look at it, see if everything's good to go. We do have a little dab of current out here. It's not much. Got a little dab. Let's see. Go ahead and hold down a little bit. I think we'll get them both in camera, maybe. I don't know. I'll be situated in a minute, guys. Move this one back. It right there. This one right here. That's probably a little better. Now let me get my other phone going so I can see what things look like. I'm sure y'all can't see those fishing poles from right there. We'll get situated shortly. I always start these things before I'm ever even set up, so y'all can see the aggravation of setting one up. Well, it says I'm live. It says we have 12 people. For some reason, I cannot see it on this other phone. I mean, it shows the mirror, but it won't let me click on it. What's going on? There we go. Now we're situated. All right, let me turn this camera a little bit where y'all can maybe see the poles. All right, it's getting there slowly. Oh, and the handle's in the way. There we go. Come on. I don't know if my phone's delayed. This other one is, but I believe it's just about to see. All right. Good deal. Looks like we're fixed up. Now let me flip back to the beginning here and see if I missed anybody. Fishing the Mid-South. How's it going? Anthony J all day. Yep, ribeye cats. Turn that thing off, Kevin. And not just ribeye cats, Dollar Tree ribeye cats. I mean, we're living it up with the Dollar Tree steaks. But like I say, at $3 for a steak at the Dollar Tree for a 5.5 ounce steak, that's getting pretty close to the price of a grocery store steak. For I'm sure twice the quality. Twice the quality at least. Duke City Crew, what's up? Good to see you in here from Albuquerque. Appreciate it, buddy. There's Randy Rhino. Baker Austin, appreciate you dropping by, man. I don't believe I've seen you around before. Thank you. And the notorious Bill Reddick Outdoors from down in the MI double S double MI was it double SI PPI Mississippi. Stacy, Bank Fishing Adventures. Appreciate you, dude. Yeah, you're right. Getting situated on these rocks is always fun. But that's all right. I mean, I could get situated, have everything lined up and ready to go before I start my live, but I don't know. When I watch people from the beginning, I like to be able to see what they're doing getting set up. Let's see. Anybody else? Everybody just saying hi. Bang, bang. Appreciate you, dude, for stopping by. Y'all gonna see me wiping sweat. I'm on the wrong side of the river. There's shade on that side. I'm sitting in the daggum broad sun. Fun fishing adventures. What you say, Scotty? How's it going? Good to see you, man. I'll tell you what else I'm gonna do. I'll check back in with y'all in just a second. I'm gonna cut up another piece of small bait on this steak. Find where I put my knife. Put it in there. There it is. I'm gonna see if I can't catch a bluegill here. If I can, we're gonna cut up a bluegill for bait because I don't have high expectations for the steak. We all know bluegill eat just about anything. Here's my work phone. I gotta work this a little bit, y'all. Hello. What's up? I know it. Forgot them. All right. all right. Oh, we'll just make notes so you can do. No telling. Yeah. That'll work. All right. Good deal. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm kind of on the call all the time. I never know when my phone's going to ring. All right. Now let me get back to cut a little piece of bait for this bluegill. I don't know. Bluegill might not be any better than this little old steak. But I do have a tiny, I don't know if that's even showing on the camera. There it is. Tiny little old hook. It's going to be hard to get a piece of steak small enough to catch anything. We got a piece of steak on there. We're going to see what wants to bite. Oh, I got another phone going here somehow. Shut up. I don't hear you talking. Let's toss him out there. Let him float. We'll see. We can't get a bluegill. Ooh. Sweaty, sweaty. I hope everybody got out and caught them a bunch of fish this weekend. I didn't catch a bunch, but I caught the first decent one I've caught in a while. Bill, if you're still in here, I saw you went fishing down along the coast. It looked like a good time. You know, it's almost like we've got backwards current here. Blowing the wrong way. Blowing upstream. Maybe it's just the wind blowing my bobber upstream because these two poles did go down like they're supposed to. I'm in Tennessee today. I didn't mention that, y'all. In case you hadn't seen it or you forgot. Oh, there's some minnows jumping right there. Let me get up on them. Something was chasing minnows, my guess. This is a bluegill. Right here in front of me. And I'm too shallow. I have no clue about this water here. I don't know how deep it is. I don't know how far up the channel is. I don't know diddly squat about it. I've never been down here in the boat. I did look on Navionics, but Navionics doesn't show you a lot of detail here. I'm on the Cumberland River in Tennessee by Clarksville, Tennessee. But just not a lot of detail on Navionics for here. I thought there would be. Check this. My wet rag that Anthony told me about. He told me to try wrapping a wet rag around the phone. Said that would help it to maybe live a little longer in this heat. We're gonna see what she does. It is warm already, feeling the wet rag, but hopefully it will help wick enough of that heat away from the phone that it will survive. Last couple of times I've tried going live, I couldn't make it very long at all because of that. There is a touch of a breeze out here, so hopefully that will help. Let me catch up with y'all here. See if I'm missing anybody in chat. I don't think that I am. I believe we're good there. I gotta get this other phone in the shade though, because I gotta tell you, it is getting hot just sitting there. And there don't seem to be any bluegill wanting to bite right here in front of me. Something was chasing a bunch of minnows. Oh, might have been a bluegill. Get this over here on this side. Some tree limbs closer to the water. Maybe there's a bluegill over there waiting to catch something falling out of the tree limbs. I can't believe this is a town of like 200,000 people. There's 2 bait shops here, and both of them closed on Monday. That just blew my mind. Which I guess Monday's the slowest day. Somebody's having fun out on a jet ski. I bet she's a lot cooler than I would be here, sitting here on this bank. A jet ski probably be nice and cool. Good hair blowing. I am not even getting so much as a nibble. That steak almost looks like it's cooking in the water. Throw her out there a little deeper and we'll see. If I'm gonna go deeper, I need to put my bobber deeper. I forgot. What a hot day to fish. Good Lord, it's hot out here. I might cook along with this steak. I'm gonna end up medium rare by the time I get home. The wife and I went and fished Kentucky Lake this weekend. Not someplace we normally fish, even though it's only an hour and 20 minutes from us, from the house. We just don't go there because it is such a rough lake. Man, it was so rough. Boat traffic was crazy. We had a wind out of the north with current running out of the south. And you know what that does? That kicks up big waves. We were riding 3-foot rollers all day, only to catch one decent fish. We caught a few other small ones, but nothing to get excited about. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for some cool weather. I say bring on October. We're getting close though. 2 more months and this heat should go away. Say bye-bye to it. Sorry, I forget to check y'all in the chat. Kelly King 916. Hey buddy, how's it going? I hadn't seen you in a long time. Appreciate you stopping by. You used to have some good looking cars in them car shows you'd go to. You hadn't popped up with any videos lately. Are you still making videos? Let me look at your channel real quick, see if I'm missing it or something. Go to channel. Looks like it's been a couple months since you posted any videos. Maybe that's why. Looks like we got 9 people hanging out. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. And here's the more pleasure boaters. Pontoon boats, kids on tubes, ski boats. Oh, I actually had a bite. Yeah, good, I missed it. I got too much bait hanging down there. Let me shorten that bait up. bite on this bluegill rig, that is, y'all, not on the catfish rig. I'm not getting excited. Don't let me get y'all excited about nothing. Or getting myself excited. There we go. I'm glad somebody's having fun out here. Just wish it was me catching fish. Scotty says, can't wait to come do some more skipjack fishing. Yeah, dude, hopefully won't be too long. Once it cools off, they'll start back up. It won't be like the word in spring, but we'll be able to catch some, surely. I hadn't tried lately. I figure it's been so hot they weren't anywhere around. And honestly, it's been so hot I didn't want to go stand down there at the dam and walk up and down them daggum steps to get to them. It's time for a refreshing beverage of the non-adult variety. Oh, I need to cover that up. Coca-Cola is not sponsoring this video. I'm just joking though. I think it's already gotten hot. It did not take long. We're hitting the wrong button, Kevin. All right, catfish, we need a bite. I'm going to sit down here and endure this heat. We need to catch some fish. Just across the river and up maybe a quarter of a mile is a nice fish place to eat. Maybe they caught all the fish out here and feed them to people. I do know a couple weeks, 2 weeks ago, no, a week ago, last weekend, they had a bank fishing tournament down here. The local bait shop did. I wish I could have fished in it. It was a 24-hour tournament. They had a pretty good turnout, had some pretty nice fish caught out of it. I think most of the fish came at nighttime. I think it's heat. Water's almost 90 degrees. I think Sunday when we were out on the boat, 89.4 degrees, I believe it was the surface temp. I think it's just too hot in the day for many of these fish to get out and roam. Gotta be at night, early in the morning maybe. Maybe I'm just blathering on like a moron. Come on now, surely there's a bluegill around here who wants a piece of steak. I got one piece laying on the rock here cooking. I think it's about medium rare right now. Won't be long, it'll be medium. I'll catch me a trump fish when it gets up to well done. I'll put a little ketchup on it. Can't believe man eats steak well done with ketchup. I floated into the bank there, so let's put her back out. Yeah, fishy, fishy, fishy. We need about a 20-pound catfish this evening. That would just make my afternoon. If one of y'all would catch it. Preferably you. You haven't caught one lately. Got to give your poles a pep talk every now and then, you know. This place probably, if I'm guessing, gets fished to death. I parked in the parking lot about 75 feet that way. You got to climb down the bank to get down here to it. But I'm going to say it's fairly easy access, and there's a lot of people fishing. I'd be surprised if they don't. Then here comes some kayakers. Pretty active little spot in the river this afternoon. How's it going?
How you doing?
Good. Check, see if I missed anybody lately. Skip to live. Come on, phone. Wake up. Stacy says he plans to be down in the middle of October. That ought to be a good time to come down, I would think. I would think so. If y'all hadn't hit that thumbs up, be sure and hit her for me. I can't believe there's no bluegill down here. I really thought it would take no time to get some bluegill to use for bait. Thought that would happen right away. Oh, come on now, bluegill. I don't want a bluegill for bait. I don't know if this Dollar Tree steak may not be very attractive to them. Might do better off with just a daggum bare hook. What do you think? For those of y'all just turning in, I noticed we just had a bit of a bump there. Y'all can see this. I went to the bait, I was going to go to the bait shop for bait. I'm fishing out of town. I'm about an hour and change from the house this evening. Had to work down this way. So I didn't bring bait with me. I thought I'd just stop by the bait shop and pick up something. 2 bait shops in this town, and both of them closed on Mondays. I tried to decide what am I going to use for fishing bait this evening. And the only thing nearby was a Dollar Tree. So we got Dollar Tree ribeye steak. I want y'all to look at how thick that steak is. That is a thick steak right there. That's at least 2 inches thick, I'm sure. I'm sorry, 2/10 of an inch thick. No grocery stores down here in this area. There's a bunch of grocery stores in town, but nothing near the river where I was. So they didn't have any chicken at the Dollar Tree. I thought, well, maybe they'll have some, just give me some frozen chicken or something. No chicken, steak, that's it. Then little ribeye steak. So that's what we're using. Got a little bitty dab of it right there on for trying to catch some bluegill to use for bait. I got some bigger chunks on these 2 poles here for catfish. But so far it's a no-go. Nothing wants to bite. I wouldn't mind if maybe white bass wanted to bite that. I don't have any lures or anything that I try and catch a white bass. I am ill prepared is what I am. Well, there are usually white bass and skipjack out here, but I did not bring a rig for any of them. Shut up, phone. And there goes my sun protector, aka right there, Anthony J. All Day's hat. well, that he gave me a while back. Let's see, go on there without blocking the camera. Oh, that's not it. Turn it this way. There we go. Somehow I lost it. Bill says I should have got a Slim Jim for bluegill bait. Well, you know, I didn't think about a Slim Jim. I bet they would like that too. NJ, there is no bite. I got catfish, or I got 2 catfish poles out with some Dollar Tree steak. And I got a little bluegill rig here set up with a little bitty chunk of Dollar Tree steak. Thinking we might catch a bluegill to cut up for bait. Nothing wants to eat it. Nothing. But I've got high expectations that something will come by and be hungry. It's cooking in this hot water right now, so it ought to be putting off a good odor floating down or upstream, or downstream, upstream. One way or the other, it ought to be floating. The odor of a cooking steak in this hot water. Right behind your boat. Make me wish I was on a boat instead of here fishing, why don't you? I got my old man hat on today, as my wife calls it. I don't care. It keeps my ears from cooking, and my nose, it cooks a little bit, but it helps. And I gotta tell you, this hat is super light. I bought it in the old guy golfing section of Walmart, I believe. Well, not Walmart. Where was it? Sporting goods store. I don't know which one it was. Anyway, it's super lightweight. This hole around it to let air flow through. And it is almost like sitting in the shade for about half of my head. I actually like it, even if it does look like an old man hat. Dang, boat waves pushing me into the bank. Let's see, we've been going about 33 minutes now. I'll give her just a couple more minutes and I'll reel in and put some of that fresh Dollar Tree steak. I keep on saying dollar store. It wasn't Dollar Store steak. If it was Dollar Store steak, that'd be high quality steak. Dollar Tree, you know, that's a little bit lower quality. Now, Dollar Tree nowadays, they got the Dollar Tree Plus. If it was on that side, it'd be a little better. Now, you got to give a steak the quality it deserves. There's a credit for the quality it deserves. And Jay says they'll come through. I hope they do. It's 5 o'clock now. I've got to about 6:15, 6:30, something like that, to sit here and wait on them before I have to cut out. I'm hoping something decides to come through. See what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay this pole down, cut up a couple more pieces with catfish. Well, one thing I'll say about this steak, now that it's thawed out, there's plenty of juice coming out of it. That's surprising. There's a couple of good chunks put on for catfish bait. Tell you what, since I've got that cut up, I'm going to go ahead, reel them in. Put some fresh bait on. We got it to use. I'm not going to take it home to eat it, so might as well freshen it up. Well, I don't know if something small was messing with it or it's just kind of falling apart, but that's what it looks like after 30 minutes in the water. bigger chunk on that one. There you go. I can't imagine what catfish out there wouldn't want to eat Dollar Tree steak. Let's go that direction a little bit. Lord. 30-pound test. Done this job, y'all. Holy cow, finally. That one was a chore just to break. Oh, watch your pole count. And here's the crazy thing. It broke. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. My line in 3 places. I had the knot for the hook and the knot for the weight. Both of them broke. It was tied up good. So let me tie up another one. I'll check in with y'all in chat again here in just a second. Hook. I'll drop the loop here. Put this lovely bait on it. Boy, she starts to kind of fall apart pretty quick. Not good. Not good. All right, so let's put this one further downstream. There we go. And not out quite as far. That makes it good. Not seem very deep right there. But that's all right. Maybe they don't want to be deep right now. Like I said earlier, if you were listening, I don't know anything about this part of the river. I don't know how deep it is. Don't know exactly where the channel is. I got an idea that's about 25 to 30 foot deep out there, wherever the channel is. This far one here that I just threw out, I don't think made it to the channel. What's that? 11 people watching. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Let me get a drink and then I'll check up with chat. Oh, lost the head again. That's not a thing. You can't overheat. Nope, back. Here we go. All right, let's see. Anthony says, not too snaggy there. Then he said, never mind. Yeah, I really don't know. All down through here is riprap because there's a huge park right behind me. I forget the name of the park now. It used to be the fairgrounds, the Clarksville Fairgrounds, and then they remade it into a park. So they riprap this whole bank down through here. That side is all dirt. There's dirt, there's trees down. That's the side I should be fishing on because it's also in the shade. But I fished upstream a little bit and didn't have any trouble with snagging. So it could just be a few snaggy spots here. It could be logs. I don't know if it's rocks, logs, whatever. Skipjack Cindy, how you doing, Cindy? Appreciate you hanging out with us this evening. I missed your lives over the weekend. The wife and I were so busy. She kept me running this weekend, I tell you. Getting in late, getting up early, and not catching many fish for all of it. I heard myself say that the Home Alone mom voice. I got you. KC dude, how's it going, man? Appreciate you stopping by if you're still in there. I'm a little late checking in with chat, but I had to check my lines. Had to break one of them off. My guess is this riprap doesn't go out terribly far. I think they just put it down here for erosion control because of the park. So if I had to guess, I probably was hung on a log or something. Well, it could have been some riprap that fell out there, but I was casted out pretty good ways. I think I would have been out further than any of this riprap would have made it. My bluegill rig has been floating around with no activity. They put a fresh piece of this delicious dollar store steak. No, not dollar store. I don't want to defame dollar store like that. Dollar Tree steak. Delicious Dollar Tree steak. This piece has been laying here in the sun for a little bit. Hopefully toughening up. There we go. Just a little, well, my finger's about all you're seeing from what I can tell. Where's that? There it is right there. Quit swinging. It looks huge in the camera. Little chunk of Dollar Tree steak. $3 Dollar Tree steak. Now I got two of them, so if I get too hungry, I'll lay it on this rock and cook it. Cook the other one. Quit tangling up. There we go. Now, catch a bluegill so I can use it for bait. That was really my plan buying this steak. I thought, well, surely I can find a bluegill with steak. So far, it's been a no-go. No bluegill like steak down here. Of course, it came to Dollar Tree. I don't know if you can really call it steak if it comes from the Dollar Tree. Let's see who did I miss. Got people saying hi. Jack Cindy saying Tone. Scotty. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. If you hadn't yet, be sure and hit that thumbs up button. let YouTube know you're enjoying it. If you're not enjoying it, well, go somewhere else. I'm joking. Stay here even if you're not enjoying it. Waste your time with us. Another pontoon boat running upstream. For a Monday, there are a lot of people out here this evening. But I guess we are pretty close to the marina. So they've probably been selling out roaming the river today that are headed back. I would say it's people with kids on summer break, but there hadn't been kids on these boats. These all been adults. I wish I was an adult on a boat today. But I can't complain too much about work today. Work's pretty good. I got a nibble down there. One little boop on the bobber is all she had. Come on now. You know, I did not check to see. Did I put those poles back in a manner that y'all can see them? Yeah, kind of. This one's kind of hidden, but that'll be all right. There's Indiana Chris. Hey, man, I must have missed you earlier. Appreciate you hanging out with us. River Boss Fishing. I don't remember seeing you in here, buddy. I appreciate you coming in. If you have, I must have not remembered you. What river do you fish there, River Boss? And how many fish do you catch on Dollar Tree steak? Because I'm catching none. And you, I was in your feed. Well, hot dog. Appreciate you stopping by. We got pontoon boats pulling tubes and jet skiers chasing their weight. Oh, the Noose, is that how you say it? I believe that's right. The Noose River and the Bay River. I'm not familiar with the Bay, but the Noose River, I've seen several other guys on YouTube that fish the Noose River, if I'm saying that right. I see some good fish come out of there. Come on. Somebody bite. Got some chicken legs and Kool-Aid mix, garlic and cheese powder, and a bag now for tomorrow. Well, that ought to catch something. I tried the chicken and Kool-Aid 2 weekends ago. Didn't have a whole lot of luck. We caught a few little bitty ones. And when I say little, I mean pound or less, little bitty ones, biting big old chunks of chicken. I don't know even how they even got it in their mouth. On a 7/0 hook. But it's been slow around here, at least for me anyway. This heat just really shuts them down. For me, it doesn't shut them down for everybody else. It shuts them down for me, though. Might be his lunch. Well, if it's as hot there as it is in this part of the world, all you have to do is lay it out on the front of his boat. I do have one more delicious ribeye steak from the Dollar Tree, about 2/10 of an inch thick, if you can see it. That's the good stuff now. The good stuff. Make a man want to just go home, slap it on the grill about 30 seconds and chew on it. So River Boss, you catch flatheads on that chicken mix, huh? I'd heard I'm not a flathead catcher. I've caught very few in my lifetime. A big part of it is there's just not a lot of them up where I live, where I fish. Well, you don't know. I don't usually fish here. I had to work down this way today at a rock quarry of ours, and well, the company I work for, not mine. But the river runs right by, so I came to fish. Up where I live, I fish the lakes and just don't get many flatheads at all. Mostly blues and channels. I'd always heard you had to have pretty much live bait to catch flatheads. Oh, I got you, River Boss. I got you. We fish for the fun of it. I say we, me and my wife usually fish. I'll keep maybe 5 fish a year, and that's primarily because the lakes that we fish are fed out of these rivers that come all the way up from Knoxville by Nashville, this Clarksville, this town I'm at today, and several others that just there's too much pollutants in it. There's food advisories out for the catfish around here. Well, I say around here, around home, for all the mercury in them, so I just don't eat much of them. And I keep crappie and eat them because they don't have a food advisory on them that I'm aware of. Oh, and if you didn't see the first part of this, River Boss, the reason I'm using steak is because I didn't bring bait with me today because I figured it'd go bad in my truck while I was working. I thought I'd just go by the bait shop down here and buy some bait after work. There's 2 bait shops in this town and both of them close on Monday. So I got to looking, there was a Dollar Tree nearby, and I went in there to see what I could use for bait, and this Dollar Tree steak is what I came up with. This will be the 3rd time I fished this sort of little strip here, and I've just not had much luck down here. I see guys all the time catching them, saying they caught them in this area. I don't know if there's just a few holes that they like to be in, or maybe I'm just not holding my mouth right. Hey, Jody, how's it going? Come on in, grab a chair, and get ready to cut yourself up a piece of this delicious Dollar Tree $3 ribeye steak. We got some cooking on the rock down here right now. Let's see, River Boss says this is his new channel. Have a bunch that wanted new start since I moved right beside the river. Sorry guys, I can't hardly read. I need glasses. I want to actually work this channel instead of fart around like I did on the old one. So I understand that, nothing wrong with that. Well, River Boss, you're probably right. Hot dogs would probably do better. Jody says, there's your trouble. I guess you're talking about my steak being my trouble. But like I say, I had intentions of buying bait this evening since I was away from home. And the daggone bait shops were closed. So I went to the Dollar Tree, which was the nearest store, and got what I could find. I've got this pole right here. I don't know if y'all can see this one or not. Set up for bluegill, got it floating out there, thinking I'd catch a bluegill to cut up. Can't even catch a bluegill on this dang steak. I flipped over a log coming down this bank thinking I might find some worms or something, but it's dry. There were no worms in there. You're right, Jody. I gotta tell you, it doesn't look pretty. Does not look pretty. There's the lovely Ashley. How are you going, Ashley? Appreciate you stopping by. That don't you two girls go to smooching in here now. It's a family channel. Keep clicking this. Trying to read the chat, not listen to myself talk. I don't think anything wants to eat this steak. Good to see you too, Ashley. I haven't been on YouTube as much here lately at nighttime. I found a place for the coat to sit. So I haven't been seeing as many lives as I used to. The wife has had me hooked up with honeydews. It's been mowing season and cleaning season and fixing, and you know how that is. I've not seen nearly as many people lately. And when I'm at work at my office, if you're live during the day, I usually have people going in the background while I'm working. I can listen. I can't always watch, but I can listen. I can't believe I can call a bluegill on this. I know I've said that 100 times on this live, but I cannot believe a bluegill hasn't bit it. There's riprap all up and down through here. There's got to be a bluegill laying up in these riprap cracks, crevices. Let's see if I'm missing anybody. No, it looks just like everybody's saying hi. How's it going? Anthony and Ashley gonna have to get a room. Oh, can you only see one of them? How about this? Y'all don't care about seeing me. How about if I turn that? Does that make a difference? How about that? Let's get to live. Let's see if that helps. There you go. That's a little better. Move that right there out of the way. That's just a rod. Don't nobody care about looking at my mug. I hear you, Jody. I guess this heat has had a lot of people like me. I've not fished nearly as much as I normally do lately. I guess this heat has had a whole lot of people not fishing as much. So there's not been nearly as many people live to watch. At least during the day. Like I say, for the last 2 weeks, I haven't done much live watching at night at all. When I come in about dark, I might check in for a little bit while I'm eating some supper, but I haven't had nearly as much time to watch as I normally do. I think this is the first time I've been live in 2 weeks. And then when I went in, the doggone phone kept shutting off because it was getting so hot. Turned the Anthony J School of Camera Work trick today. Time we wrap a wet towel around it, which I did. One of these lovely Dollar Tree towels that I got at the Dollar Tree, along with my steak. Soaked in delicious Cumberland River water. Wrapped it around my phone, and it seems to be doing the trick. Yeah, you're right, Jody. I don't know. I don't know if that's right for everybody, but the catching has definitely slowed tremendously. But it's the dead of summer. It always does, for me anyway. Of course, I'm not a night fisherman. I would, but my wife hates fishing at night. She does not like it at all. She didn't grow up on the water, so sometimes she can be a little timid of the water, and if it's dark and she can't see, she definitely doesn't like being out there. Plus the bugs get to her. So we don't fish at night. I would imagine fishing at night's a little better than daytime, which is probably why you fish the nighttime all the time. And Cindy fishes nights all the time. Y'all hit that thumbs up yet? Be sure and hit that for me, please. My Coca-Cola's about to run dry. Be careful, watch what you're stepping on. Jody says doubled up 3 times, but they were small. This I caught last week, it was 15 pounds. That's a pretty decent fish. Nothing wrong with that at all. Anthony says he caught a 20.15 pounder, but wasn't live. Well, that stinks. I bet you got it on video. We'll see it on the short here soon, though. And Cindy says she had to wear a jacket the other night. Yeah, we had one night here lately where it was cool. The wife and I have been working in the yard, and about dark, we decided we're going to run to town and get something to eat. And she had the top off on her Jeep. I had to wear a hoodie. It didn't last long, though. That did not last long at all. The short is up already. I didn't think it would take too long. Jody says she fishes at night because the bite is better than no pleasure boaters. I tell you, Jody, that no pleasure boaters is a big deal. Early morning works for me. If we can get out of off the water by 10 o'clock, we can usually beat most of the pleasure boaters where I live. Uh-oh, who's calling? Oh, that's the wife. She's gonna get me. I'm fishing. Hello. Just what do you think I'm doing? I'm fishing somewhere. You're right. In the big city of Clarksville. Yep, I'm fishing down here by the Riverside Park in Clarksville. Absolutely nothing. These Clarksville fish know you're from here, and you put the voodoo on them. It is awful dadgum hot. You're right. Well, I had time to kill before this meeting. And I was either sit in the truck, suck up air conditioning, or sit on the riverbank, suck up the sun and the heat, and try and catch fish. So I chose to fish. You do. You seeing me? I am on YouTube. You're right. Live. It is live action. And they're hearing me talking to you live action right now. I hear you. I get it. So I didn't bring bait today. I thought, you just saw the Dollar Tree steak stuff, huh? Yeah, the daggum bait shop in your hometown is shut down on Mondays. Both of them. There's 2 bait shops, and both of them shut down on Mondays. So I had to use Dollar Tree steak. Most people don't work all day on Monday. They get off in time to fish. These slacking bait shops down here need to be open so I can get some bait. Yeah. All these normal people been up and down this river on jet skis and pontoons and pulling tubes. Oh, it's been busy out here. It's all adults. Ain't no kids in the bunches. It's all adults. Old people mostly. Adults our age. I guess that's what I get for fishing close to the marina. Well, I mean, I'm not at the marina. I'm down the river, but it's not that far. All right. Well, you have a good evening without me while I'm out here catching big fish. These fish don't even like steak down here. All right, love you too. All right, bye. All right, let me catch back up with y'all. See if I missed anybody here. Let's see. Let's see. You're right there, Ashley. If it gets too hot, just jump in. The only problem is it's all riprap right here. That would hurt. Jody says 7 p.m. to 11 a.m. is what you fish if it's a good bite. Let's see. Let's see. I missed some people. Let me see. What I did just jumped already. Let's see. River Boss says Carolina Kayak on your other channel. Oh, okay. Carolina Kayak. Oh, dadgum. I cannot keep my chat straight on this thing. Let's see. He's about to be in trouble. You had a wife called. I'm in trouble. She don't care. As long as I'm fishing. As long as I'm not out causing trouble. Let's see. Things haven't got really any tank cats this year. All other species of catfish have been giants. I tell you, Anthony, I'm right there with you, buddy. I've not been on any big fish up here all year. It has been a tough year. Fish in the Mid-South says it's him, Ryan Reynolds, on it. Glad that she lets you come around. Mid-South says hi, Kevin's wife. Well, I guess when she was on the phone. Let's see. Anthony says, tell Jen I said hi. Sorry, I missed all y'all's chats while I was talking to her. And Jody deleted Ashley's comment. I do that to people every now and then by mistake myself. Thought you'd take a call from her wife and we wouldn't give you grief. You got to give me grief. I mean, y'all hear how I talk to her. I give her grief too, so everybody's got to give me grief. Chris says YouTube should have available a full screen chat box for second devices. That's a good point, Chris. Or be able to rotate the phone or do something to get a little bit different angle. Let's see. Somebody from work is texting. Let me see what's going on at work. I see somebody had a death in the family. I'll go away. Stuff in my way. I'll be back with y'all in just a second. I'm having to work. All right, now I am back. Skip to live. Pause that. I think I'm back up. Yeah, Chris, I'm not going to be doing the vertical all the time either. I think I'm going to try and mix it up. Sometimes vertical, sometimes horizontal. The vertical seems to find a lot of newer people than the horizontal does, I guess because it's on the short stream. I've actually found several more fishing people that I'd never known, that's never seen my channel, that I'd never seen their channel by going vertical. But I've also had a few of my people that watch that said that they really aren't fond of the vertical. So I'm probably going to try and mix it up, and maybe every other time, we'll see. You know, one time do it vertical, one time do it horizontal. We'll see how that goes. Somebody up above me is having a party. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not. There's a parking lot and a walking trail stuff up there. And some areas for people working out. There's like an outside gym, I guess that you would call it. Find a home. What the heck? Did I just super chat myself? No. I'd hit a button, I guess, while I was sitting here not paying attention. And it looked like I was trying to super chat myself. I don't think I did. I think I stopped it. Let's see. Are we frozen? I don't know. Did it stop moving? Oh, I guess since you can only see the poles, you can't see my big head moving or anything, so it's hard to know if it's moving or not. There's a hand in the screen to see. Oh, okay. Good deal, Chris. I appreciate it. Now I forgot. I put that other pole back in the way. Tell you what, I'm not even going to worry about that bluegill pole. I'm going to bring it in. Nothing's going to bite it. It's still got the bait on it. We're going to hook it back up. Call it quits with that one. And we're going to give her about 20 more minutes here. I'd said I could go to 6:30, but there's nothing biting, so I'm not going to sit out here all that long and cook. Put that fishing pole back up the way. I got to stand up, stretch my legs, y'all. It's not a comfortable spot here where I'm standing. Stretch my pants out. I said not a comfortable spot where I'm standing, not a comfortable spot where I'm sitting. I'm officially dry. I'm not even going to cut open that other steak. It'll go to the trash pile. What's out? I made a little mess on this bank, y'all. Let's make such a mess. All right, catfish. I've about had enough of this. This non-biting crap. Looks like it's still going up there. I think I've got pretty good signal down here. Just need a little bit cooler, a little better bait. We might catch something. Oh, I didn't ask. I got that towel wrapped around there. Y'all hearing me okay? I didn't think about that towel maybe muffling the sound. Yeah, Chris, but I don't know if you can call this Dollar Tree stuff real beef. Okay, you hear me good. I appreciate that. It just hit me that the sound might have been muffled. But yeah, this Dollar Tree stuff, there's no telling how old it is or what kind, how many times it's been thawed and frozen and thawed and frozen. Let's see if it says anything on the package about it. Best Buy, February 8th, 1997. That sounds about right. No, I'm joking. 2025. Let's see. Cooking instructions. Remove steak from sealed pouch. Place it in a well-oiled preheated pan on medium-high heat. Cook 2 minutes, turning twice. If you cook that little thing for 2 minutes on medium-high, it's going to be charred. Safe handling. prepared from and inspected and passed meat and or poultry inspections. Some food products may contain bacteria, blah, blah, blah. Keep refrigerated or frozen. Keep raw meat separated from other foods. That's just normal stuff. I don't know anything about that. Don't know where it's come from, what it's been through to get here. Am I hitting more buttons down here? I am. Good Lord, Kevin, quit hitting buttons. How to make beef jelly. You're right. AJ or Chris says he would eat one. I mean, I'd probably eat one too. I mean, I'm sure they're good. Oh, beef jerky. You know, initially, I would have said it had to be tough. And that's why Dollar Tree's got it, because it's off of a 12-year-old cow. However, you know, when I took it out, I'm assuming it's some sort of a tenderizing. I mean, when frozen, it didn't look like there was a lot of juice in here. But thawed, it is full of juice. My assumption is they pumped this thing full of some sort of tenderizing fluid. Fluid, I'm going to call it, not juice, food, whatever it is. Because when you take it out, it is, it doesn't hold together very well. So I bet they have some sort of tenderizing stuff in here to make an old, tough steak palatable. And I bet it's not got a whole lot of flavor to it. Take a bite right now. Hell no. Not just no, but hell no. Jody says she's ate worse at a restaurant. Let me tell you, Jody. Steakums. Yeah, I do remember Steakums. Let me tell you, Jody. Friday, it was my stepson's birthday. We asked him where he wanted to go, and there's this Irish pub in town called The Local, where all the, as my wife calls them, the frou-frou people go to eat. Lawyers and doctors and everybody that wants to dress nice and be seen and pay way too much for overpriced food. So that's where we went. And I got a, what did I get? I can't even remember what it was called. It had corned beef in it. I had the knife that came out with the meal. I ended up putting the knife down and pulling out the knife. Flipped out my knife right here that I used to cut my bait with. Of course, I washed it. Every time I cut bait, I go home and wash it. Anyway, I pulled that knife out, trying to saw my way through that daggum corned beef. It was horrible. It was hard to chew. Everything else about the food was okay. But I couldn't believe that a place would serve meat like that. Especially in a town, you know, it's a small town, and that's supposed to be the, you know, the upscale place to go eat. It was horrible. I told the wife they won't see me back there. That's the kind of food they're gonna serve. I mean, it was a corned beef sandwich of some kind. I can't remember just what it was. And it came with a little bit of fries. And it was $25. And I mean, I paid $25 for smaller portions of better food before. But it was just terrible. I bet that Dollar Tree steak would be better than that corned beef was. And that's saying something. Oh, I just saw something hit on top water out here. Flipping out there. Anthony says he still sees steakums. Yeah, I see them every now and then. Corned horse meat, baby. You're probably right. And he said, never had tough corned beef? Well, just drive on down the road about an hour from where you live to Hopkinsville, Kentucky, and go to The Local. You got to dress nice, go in there and everything. And they'll give you some crappy corned beef. Ride the pony, don't eat it, according to Chris. Jody says, we went to a new restaurant way overpriced, got the catfish and couldn't eat it. It's horrible. Didn't even look like fish. Yep. That's the way it is at a lot of these overpriced places. They hype it up and advertise it to be something, and they try and prettify the food and the interior to make you overpay. When if you can go to some of these hole in the wall, side of the road type places, you find better food. And that's the truth. You don't trust anyone that washes their bait knife. Well, if you smelled what my cooler smells like that my skipjack stays in, you wouldn't want to use it to cut your food with if it wasn't washed. I mean, I'm all for a little added flavor here and there. But, you know, days after cutting skipjack, I don't know that I could handle that. I would just have to pass on that one. But you know what? Now that I think about it, still got some good stuff up in the cracks and crevices up there where it folds. So I might get a little extra flavor if I licked it. Here comes the jet skiers and the kayakers back upstream or downstream. She's been to Hopkinsville. Used to have a wallpaper for less store there, and their headquarters were there. Oh, you used to have it. I got you, Jody. I remember hearing them advertised. I don't know that they're still around. If they are, I don't know where it is. Hopkinsville is one of those towns that's got a lot of old money, but it's really gone downhill. It is, you don't see it on the TV or the newspapers a lot, but if you watch the local Facebook pages, there are stabbings and shootings all the time in a town of 30, 40,000 people. Oh boy, outdoors. How's it going, buddy? Now, Jody, I can go along with Kiss song, but I'm not licking my knife. Well, you know, Larry, good to see you in here. We're going to shut her down here before too much longer. There's the Fort Campbell boys. I'm sure y'all can hear them. They're coming back. Yeah, it's one of the military helicopters. I'm about only half mile or so from the post. Jody, I don't know if there's any youngins in here. I think to be in my chat, it's a prerequisite that you got to be, 45 or older. I don't get too many of them youngins in here. Larry is healing from right shoulder surgery. Oh man, did you have rotator cuff surgery on it? Chris said he saw Kiss live in '76. I bet that was a heck of a concert. That was back in their heyday. Jody's brother-in-law was here 4 hours from home. Here twice. Anthony's the baby at 44. Yeah, I'd say you're the baby. Jody, I'm going to be down in your neighborhood later this month. We're coming down. When I say in your neighborhood, you're into the state, maybe. We are coming down to the Smoky Mountains for the Jeep invasion. Wife's been wanting to go to it for several years. She's a big Jeep fanatic. And schedules just haven't worked out. But this year, we're going to make it work. That's your fourth rotator cuff surgery on your right side. Doggone, Larry. I hate to hear that. That's terrible. Jody, I've never fished for trout, but I plan to try it while I'm up there. I don't know anything about it. I don't have a fly rig of any kind, but from stuff I've seen online, you can use small, just lightweight regular fishing tackle, like kind of what you'd use for bluegill around here. So I'm definitely gonna try it. I don't know anything about it though. I'm gonna have to get to looking. The only thing I know is a guy that's in the Jeep group we're in likes to go up there to Tellico. But I think Tellico is going to be a pretty good ways from where we're going to be staying. Let me see here. Let me look at the hotel. See, we're not staying right in the. Oh, I take it back. We are staying right in the Smokies. We're staying in Gatlinburg. We were going to stay outside of the Smokies, and then the hotel called, and because I had to travel some for work and stay in hotels, I'm in their membership program and for anyway. They called and said they were going to move us closer. So let's see. Jody says, let's see people use regular gear and they fish that creek from the Cherokee side. I've seen that, something about the Cherokee side. Oh, Cindy, Tellico is close to you, huh? Not close to Gatlinburg. Isn't it like an hour or so from Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge? Gatlinburg loves to tow. I appreciate that, Mid-South. I will not fish in town by any means. I'll be out away from town. The Smokies has always been one of my favorite places to go, but I do not like staying in town. Usually I want to be in a cabin somewhere up in the mountains and try and avoid town. I just like being up in the mountains. But we're staying closer this time because the hotel company was able to get us closer, and it puts us closer to that Jeep thing. The elk usually run around 4:30. That's over on the Cherokee side, isn't that right? Cindy, do you ever do any trout fishing? Yes, over on Cherokee side for the elk. I got you. Yeah, we'll probably have to go check out the Cherokee side. I've heard about the elk. Number 6 hook, split shot up 12 inches or so, and night crawlers or any worms to catch trout in the creek. Bites on the bottom and the deep holes. Line in one hand to fill the bite. Okay, Chris. I did not know that. I'll have to give that a try. Cindy says she has fished up there. Sounds like Chris knows what he's talking about. I don't know if I'll make it to Tellico or not, Cindy. It depends on our time frame and and how well I can find a spot up there closer to where this Jeep invasion is. We're gonna be there for 4 days. 3.5 days. But it's for my wife. She's wanted to go, and they've got a lot of Jeep rides and stuff planned. So I'm gonna make sure, since we hadn't been able to make it work the last few years, I'm gonna make sure that we can, be sure she gets to enjoy all the stuff she wants to do up there. I can always go back and trout fish. I might get up and do some fishing early in the morning before she gets out of bed, if there's a place semi close by. Oh, you caught them on rooster tails. I've heard you can catch them on rooster tails. Chris says they've caught some 14 to 16 inch rainbows. You have them up there close to you, Chris, or you have to travel for them? About 4 miles from me. Well, that's awful nice. Up here on the Fort Campbell on the post, they have some creek up there that they stock with trout. But if you're not military, it can be a little tough to get in there when they stock them because the military guys get after it. And I think they only allow a certain number of people, and of course, the military guys get first shot. Awesome place where the creek widens out and the families play in it, lay down in it. Men fish right out beside them. Fishing right beside the families playing, huh? A few years ago, Jody, the wife and I went to over to North Carolina to Asheville. Spent a long weekend over there. Saw Biltmore and all that stuff. I've been to Biltmore, geez, probably 10 times in my life, but she had never been. So I wanted to see it. We went there and we stopped in Cherokee at probably the stream you're talking about. I remember seeing it. Remember seeing some people fishing. So it's right on the side of the road if it's one I'm talking about. Runs right down kind of the main drag there. Chris says the DNR stocks that creek in the spring. Jody says the whole family's happy that way. Yeah, that sounds about right. I tell you, with the heat this afternoon, I wouldn't mind laying in it. But as I say that, it's 5:59. The sun's kind of behind a cloud, and it's actually getting halfway decent out here. It's still warm, but it's better than it was. They fish all the way up it. I got you. I'll sure have to give it a try. Well, y'all, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. It's 6 o'clock. I've got somewhere to be at 7. I need to go change clothes and stop sweating, clean up a little bit. So I guess I'm gonna shut her down. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me this afternoon. Get over here, get this thing out the way. Whoa, hold still there, tripod. Appreciate y'all hanging out. We'll see y'all again soon. Take her easy.